I want to tell y'all something today. Fear is your barrier, but you can dismantle it brick by brick. We fear what we don't understand, and it's a natural feeling to have. It's your brain's way of telling you you've arrived at something new. But fear is not designed to hold us back. The one thing that defeats fear every time is knowledge. But you still have to be brave enough to seek the knowledge. I talk to people on a daily basis about AI and how it could enhance the things that you already do, open up doors to things that you're curious about, and advance the knowledge of everything in between. Knowing that right now, access to knowledge has never been this wide open. We're living in an opportune time where we can research, where we can take our own time and develop our skills in simple things like writing and math and project management and many things that would require us to be actually enrolled in some type of educational institution in the years behind us. But we have fear, and fear sometimes has a way of taking up all of your time. It has a way of pushing you in a direction to do things that are easy, because the easiest thing to do is nothing. So if you avoid that fear and do nothing, you remain in the same place. Many people profit off of this level of stagnation that we end up in because we fear to learn something new. Some people even enjoy the amount of fear that they can produce for you in times. I don't want to get political about things, but look at how much fear is involved in politics. And the reality of it is that people don't know what they don't know. So the easiest thing to do is nothing, and learn to fear things that they haven't taken the chance to learn about. This applies to life. This applies to business. It applies to everything. Anything that you're afraid of is going to keep you in a safe space unless you take the time to learn about that thing, and then you break that barrier away. You pull those bricks out of that wall of fear one at a time, opening you to see new things. If you want to look at the analogy, you pull that brick out the wall and you can see directly through that wall for that one topic. But imagine how free we could be if we decided to just dedicate our lives to pulling these bricks. You're going to learn so many things that you could never imagine you would learn. And the best way to go about this exploration is using AI. It doesn't matter which type of AI you use, but allowing yourself to come into it not knowing anything and learning small bits of information over time builds you into a new person every single time you learn something new. Now, you don't want to just stop on the first thing. There's a concept called the 5 whys, and the 5 whys is usually used to find problems. Well, if you have a problem and you want to know why this problem exists, a good way to go about this is just ask why at least 5 times, and it'll bring you down to the beginnings of where the problem starts. If you have an impact or the authority to do something about that, you possibly can change the outcome of it on the opposite end. Take a moment to think about the knowledge that you can build so that you can learn new things. And I invite you to use AI. The other reason I invite you to use AI is because AI is not going anywhere. It's the new thing. And I'm not saying that you need to jump on it because it's a trend. I'm saying you need to jump on it because we believe, many people believe, not me, but many people believe that AI is here to replace you. Well, one could say that if you think about doing nothing. If you think about something and you think about how can this advance me, you're pulling a brick out of the wall. You're not just looking at the barrier saying, this is gonna stop me from doing things that I need to do. Let's think about it. If AI is powered by computers and computers are powered by servers and servers are powered by electricity, and electricity comes from where it comes from. So moving down those chains, it shows you that there is a source to this problem that doesn't really exist. But it also shows you that AI is not necessarily going to replace everyone. AI will replace people who do nothing. AI will replace people who have tasks that can be generated within a language model that spits out an answer. But remember, AI is based on humans and what we put in it. So if you already know your job and you become the master of the AI, you become the master of that tool. You use that tool to take you to the next level. You use that tool to chisel out those bricks in that wall and give yourself a different level of knowledge. Because the fear is only going to leave you behind, and you don't want to be left behind. Many people sit in fear because it's easy. I want you to think, what am I doing in my life right now where I'm avoiding things because I'm scared of them? Those things are most likely something that you don't know everything about. But taking the time to learn about those things will make them less scary. I give you an example. I was born in Washington, D.C. I grew up in a city. I never went anywhere until I joined the Army. Well, once I joined the Army, fast forward to my time in Okinawa, Japan. I had never been snorkeling before. And the idea that you could go in the water and you could swim and you have this tube in your mouth and all these things, I could have been terrified because I've never been in the water before. I never done this thing. I never done that thing. But somebody helped me learn how to do it. Whether it's swimming or whether it's using the snorkel, whether it's using the flippers, all the things that I needed to know how to do, somebody was there to teach me how to do it. Because of that, I had the experience of being able to swim with tropical fish, sea turtles, and these other things that my body is not designed to do. Because these tools have been made for people to do different things, to remove the fear from the thing that you do. Tools are invented to advance us, to help us reach a different level. So if you find yourself stuck, it's probably because you're scared. And you're scared because you don't have the knowledge. And now, at that point, you ask yourself, is this something I just don't want to do? Or is this really affecting me? How do I get around this barrier? I will say this one last time. Access to information, access to knowledge, access to self-learning has never been easier in the history of this planet than it is right now. Everything before us that was already written is all packed into one place. You don't take everything for what it is right away. Ask those 5 whys when you use ChatGPT or Gemini, whatever you use. Use the 5 why idea and you'll learn something new instantly. So I challenge you today. If you're scared of AI, you think AI is going to replace you, remember, you already know what you know, but are you scared to know something new? I'm Shaka. I'll see you guys later. Get out there and get your AI on.